be seated. Can we hear me? Yes? Okay, great. You're getting a hum. Okay, back up. Great. Thank you, everyone. At this time, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. Deborah Abbey join us to lead us in the pledge.
Please rise for our pledges. Salute pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, next, I want to welcome to the stage Mrs. Cheryl Tatum, our OVCA head of school.
Good afternoon. We're glad all of you could make it in this weather, and I hope everyone has a safe trip home. I just want to say welcome to all of our graduates, friends, family members, board members, distinguished visitors, and staff. First, I want to congratulate the class of 2019. It's quite an accomplishment to be sitting where you are today. The choices that you have made have led you to this day. Certainly. And we have students graduating today that have been enrolled with OVCA since it opened in the 2011-2012 school year. So will you please stand if you have been with OVCA since it opened? I'll also ask students to stand that have attended OVCA since their 9th grade, that this is the only high school you've ever attended. Please stand. Thank you. Congratulations on attending an online school for your entire career. We also have many students that chose OVCA partway through your high school career. You needed a different option that would help you to achieve your goals. And we applaud each of you for choosing OVCA and for continuing to choose every day to log on, to attend your Class Connect, complete assignments. All of those small choices repeated over time is what led to your success. And because of those unique aspects of online schooling, you've acquired skills that have put you at an advantage compared to most high school graduates. You've learned how to organize your week to complete assignments. You've learned how to be responsible for your behavior. You've learned how to motivate yourself to keep going when it may have seemed easier to quit. You've learned how to balance priorities of school, family, and outside obligations. And these are essential skills that will serve you well for the rest of your life. Success is built on hard work and persistence, and you've proven that you have both. And throughout your journey, you've been surrounded by people supporting you and cheering you on. And I'd like to recognize many of those people that have helped you along your path. First, to parents, family members, and other caring adults. Thank you for choosing OVCA as the school for your students, and thank you for helping them to establish routines and make choices that led to success. Thank you for helping to motivate them, encourage them, and even demand that your students put in the work required to reach their goal. If you are a parent or a learning coach of a graduate, can you please stand so we can recognize you? I'd also like to thank our board members. The board governs the school and ensures that policies are set up that help you to find success. OVCA has a board of 5 members, and 2 of the board members sitting here with us, Terry Hopper and Carla Malloy, were able to join us today. And without these volunteers, there would not be a school. So we just want to thank you for your dedication. And finally, of course, to the administrators, teachers, and staff, thank you for working tirelessly to teach and inspire our students. I firmly believe that we have the finest group of people that we get the pleasure of working with every single day, and I'm proud of that work that you do. Thank you guys for making a difference. If you'll please stand so we can recognize you. And graduates, as you move on to your next stage of life, stay connected with us. We'd love to hear about your success and watch you to continue to grow. After all, this is just the beginning. Congratulations, class of 2019. You want to be introduced? Okay.
On behalf of the board of the OVCA, I welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2019. This is the 8th graduating class of OVCA. You should be proud of your accomplishments. Some of you would not be here today without the help and support or encouragement of someone else. It may be a parent, a grandparent, sibling, relative, or someone special in your life. So be sure and thank them for their support. Once again, we are proud of your accomplishments, and the board and I wish you well in your future. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have our distinguished speakers next. First is Representative Dr. Carl W. Newton from the Oklahoma House of Representatives. Dr. Newton gave me a long list of his accomplishments, then told me not to read them. So I will let him speak to his own legislative and career accomplishments. And please join me in welcoming him on stage to speak to our class.
Thank you. It's indeed an honor to be here. By the way, I don't give speeches. So if the graduates, I'd like to have a chance, if you, the rest of you parents, support, all that, I know they appreciate you being here, and thank you for being here. But if you don't mind, I just want to visit with the graduates for just a minute here. And so, graduates, congratulations. I'm very impressed. You guys have taken it above and beyond. I mean, you've had more personal input in your graduation and you being able to be here than most people do when they go to regular standard high school. And I congratulate you for that. You have unique situations that you've had to deal with. You've had circumstances you overcame in different ways that brought you here, but you have accomplished that. And first of all, I want to congratulate you on that, and I'm impressed in that. Now, when I sat here and thought about what I wanted to talk to you, is that what I wanted to share with you guys. And I just want to share a few things that I've learned in my life, okay? If you don't mind, you can say it's old man talk, whatever you want to say, but, and also I believe in this: the mind can't comprehend what the seat can endure. So I'll try to keep this short, okay? First of all, never stop learning. Never. Yes, you've made an accomplishment. Yes, you've reached a goal. Let this be the start of your life of learning, okay? I mean, some people get to a point, they graduate, they said, I've learned everything I need to learn. The life is going to give you multiple opportunities to learn. Grasp them. Take a hold of them. I mean, I've got people, I'm an optometrist by trade, been practicing 35 years. Now, I have some of my classmates that they came out of optometry school and they don't practice much different than they do when they graduated. Well, I hate to tell you this, they're way behind the curve. I myself have learned much more since I've graduated than when I was in school. So remember that. Continue to learn because life's going to offer you, and also challenge yourself. Okay? I've toyed with telling you this story. This recently at the House of Representatives, I got to introduce a doctor of the day, and her life so impressed me that I want to share that with you if you guys wouldn't mind. I'm not going to give you her name because I didn't get her permission, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind. But at 5 years old, she found herself in an orphanage. She was one of 8 kids, and prior to that, she had lived in a van. And at 5 years, found herself in the orphanage. She said it was the first time that she wasn't hungry, first time she ever had her own bed, and her first time she was never scared. And so I thought that was interesting. At age 11, she ended up in a foster home. Says the first time she ever felt part of a family. And you know what interested me? What made her feel like she was a part of the family? Was the chores. Because she was a part. She helped out. She got to be a part of what made their family tick, made it work. And one of the foster parents that she lived with at that time told her this, and I thought it was something we might want to listen to. You may never be rich, but if you work hard and have ethics or morals, you will succeed. And I think that's true today too. Now, from that time, at age 14, she found herself alone and on her own. Her first job was cleaning rocks out of a field. She was up in Wyoming, and the fields there are just full of rocks, boulders and stuff like that. Her first job was cleaning rocks. Her second job, washing dishes. But through that, somebody told her she needed to go get her GED. So she went and got her GED at age 19. After that, she got married, had 3 kids, and at age 38, decided to go to her, but with her husband influencing her, went to college. And after 4 years, she was accepted into the University of Kansas Medical School. And she currently now practices in my district, which is in Northwest Oklahoma. I serve Northwest Oklahoma, Woodward, Alva, Fairview, that area. And so anyway, I thought her life was something to think about because life's going to give you setbacks. You guys know J.K. Rowling, right? Author of the Harry Potter series, right? Okay. She was a single mother on welfare and had her books turned down many times, but yet she finally came through. Colonel Sanders, you've heard of Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? When did he start that company? When he was 65 years old. He had failed on some of the other ones and he ended up doing that. With your lifetime, do something you enjoy, okay? The way I've always looked at it, you know, what I may want to do may take more work, may take more time, may take more of an investment, but you're going to do it the rest of your life. So be willing to do it. The way I've always looked at it, I can do anything for a little while. You know what I mean? I can do anything. Like when I was going to college, I can get through chemistry. It's only so many days, and I'll be done with it. And when you're doing this and you're challenged and you're pushing yourself, don't forget to give yourself some little rewards along the way. Look at things that you can have something to look forward to, even though you're going through a tough challenge or it's a tough thing. Give yourself something to look forward to, long-term and short-term. Third thing, don't focus on yourself. I tell you, think how you can make someone else's life better. True joy is when you make someone else make their life better and help them. You know, we all have struggles. Some are more visible than others, but we deal with that. All of us are dealing with things and so remember that. Remember small ways that you can make somebody better, make them their day just a little bit better. Maybe it's this kind greeting. Maybe it's have open the door for them. Now you say that's small little stuff, but you don't know what they're going through that day. And just your smile or just a friendly greeting over the countertop or something like that could mean a difference to them and make a way. And then if you can, in your lifetime, find a project. And when I say a project, my wife's really good at this, and she can tell you better than this. There's a lot of people out there that need help. Let them be your project. See what you can do to make somebody else's life better. And I'm not going to go into any exact things, but think about that. What can I do to make somebody else's life better? And then remember, live with kindness to everybody. Nobody needs to be treated badly. Be kind to all of them. I really think that one of the major causes of depression that we get into is a lot of times because we keep focusing on ourselves, okay? We keep thinking, oh, man, this is a tough day, you know? I got so many problems. Man, I failed so many times. And if we focus on ourselves, we keep down on ourselves. And that's why I say, try to think of ways you can help others. And a lot of people say that the best way to get them out of depressions is to think about other people and how they can help them. Now, I got 3 other things here. Find a good friend. Someone who cares about you. Someone that's there for you. Someone that will forgive you. And somebody that wants the best for you. Those are the kind of friends you want in your life. Now, I'm going to say this in a different way. I find the closest example of that is God. Okay? So I'm going to ask you to think about this very seriously. Put God first in your life. Okay? First of all, I can use big words. He's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. In other words, omnipotent means he's all powerful. So as a friend, he can do anything he wants for you, right? Omniscience, he knows. He knows you. He knows everything about you. And omnipresent, means he's always there. Now, and also what he does, he wants the best for you. He loves you in spite of your failures. And I promise you, not everybody wants the best for you, but he does. And so I would recommend you think about that. Putting God first in your life and lean on him, because even the dollar bill, what's the dollar bill say on it? Or a coin, you says, in God we trust. We can trust on him because he's faithful to follow through with all he says. Okay, last thing. Be thankful for everything. Everything you're given, everything you get, everything you receive, be thankful for it. It may be small at the time. Remember, it's something that you got that somebody may else not have. So I ask that you remember to be thankful for that. I think personally, I'm always thankful to God because I believe he's the giver of all things, and second to others. All these people here, they came here because they appreciate you. Remember to be thankful for them and those for other friends that you have and those around your life. And lastly, I do congratulate you, and I'm going to steal a part of a phrase. Our new governor, famous phrase is what? Turn around in Oklahoma starts right here, right now. Have you heard that in this political? You probably haven't heard as much as I have since I'm up at the Capitol all the time. But anyway, right here, right now, is the start of your new journey. Congratulations, what you've accomplished up to here. But again, now you get to step forward and decide where you want to go from here. I watched the screen up here and saw a lot of the things. A lot of you going to college, a lot of you going straight to work, some to military. different, some are going into acting, dancing, all that stuff. This is your chance. This is your start. I wish the best for you, and I pray the Lord's blessings on each of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Representative Newton, for taking the time and daring the weather to join us today. When I met, I'm getting choked up, please forgive me. I'll explain why in a moment. When I met Representative Newton before the ceremony, he first told me not to spend much time talking about him. I'm going against your wishes. But he wanted to make it clear he's not here to stump for everybody. He was here just to honor the students. So we are honored and very grateful of our legislators that are willing to hear us out because we're a little different, but we're about the students. So thank you again. Can I get another round of applause, please, for Dr. Newton for joining us? Okay, and I won't spend much time talking about myself either. I thought it was going to be okay, but this is a particularly emotional graduation for me. Every year I say that, and I say these students are my favorites. This is the best graduating class. I love these kids. I'm going to miss them. And while it's always true, there's always a reason for it to be my next favorite. Maybe it was our first graduating class. Maybe it's the first that had come through 4 years. Particularly great group of kids. And the 2017 class looked like it was the one to beat because my son was among that graduating class with us. And it was pretty emotional then as well. This will be the last class that I preside over as the high school principal. I am not going very far. I'll still be with the school at the office, helping manage and helping take care of people. But that torch baton is being passed to Miss Allison Miller, who we'll have on stage. Can you stand up, Mrs. Miller? Honor you for a moment. She didn't know I was going to put her on the spot either, but she has served with me very closely in taking care of our faculty and our students. So everyone is in good hands. If you have any siblings that are still coming through with us, they're going to make it. Okay, now we get to talk about the kids. You've noticed, I'm sure, that some of our students have different regalia that are identifying that they have different accomplishments. So if you can look to your programs, you see at the bottom of the class of 2019, we give a brief description. And I'll have students stand up that are one of these categories. Students with a white cord, could you please stand? I'll keep you standing. These are the students that have achieved at least a 3.75 GPAs. So let's give them a round of applause for their accomplishment. That is no small task, and we're very proud of them. Okay, and with them, please join the students in the gold cords. These are students that have membership in the National Honor Society. And our students with the red cords are Oklahoma Academic Scholars. You see the qualifications there. Let's please stand. If you're not already. Many are the same. And we have students with other regalia that may be part of an American Indian organization or something. Please stand too if you have additional regalia, if you're not already standing. Okay, thank you. One last round of applause for all. Very proud of our students, and I will miss you all very dearly, even if we didn't interact very often. You can be seated as you're standing. Sometimes if you heard from me, you might have been in trouble, parent. We may have talked if you were grumpy at one moment, but that's all resolved now. We're all friends again now that our students are here. So it is my then distinct pleasure to begin welcoming our student speakers. First is our valedictorian. Her and I first met at the state capitol. We were there to help promote school choice to state legislators. It was during that event, I, out of the kindness of my heart, brought her a piece of pizza. In return, she bestowed upon me the title servant, and that became a running joke for years. So please welcome to the stage our valedictorian, Cheyenne Bird.
You stole the joke. How dare you? That's a lot of people. Thank you. I'd like to first apologize for the blunder that the next few minutes are about to be. I am an online school student. I am not meant for this. Thank you, everyone who made your way out here today. The weather was not the best, and I honestly worried about my own family making it out here. I can't imagine how far away you guys came from, so thank you for being here for all of you graduates. It's ironic how, although we're graduating today, we still have tests and finals to do after this. It somewhat makes the whole thing feel a bit moot point, in all honesty, but OVCA is, let's go with, unique in that fashion. It's also in a twisted form of philosophy, quite similar to what we, as the newest bunch being thrown into the adult world, are going to experience from here on out. Sure, graduation will have come and gone. The sense of freedom and, in some cases, panic, i.e. me, will be very real, but the tests continue. For some of you, that may be academic, as you pull all-nighters and consume far more caffeine than the human body ever should, all for an exam that's one of dozens. For others, that may be learning to balance family, work, and adjustments to daily life outside of school. There's always another test, another trial, another unexpected event that leaves you wondering what in the world you're doing. And that's okay. And guys, look, I barely know you. I can't pick you out by face or name. Some of you I met for the line-in photos. Some of you I met sitting there waiting for things to start. I don't know what you plan to do with your lives, where you're going, or where you'll end up. But no matter where we go, it's not going to be easy. Life isn't easy for anyone, and anyone who says it is selling something. That wasn't in there, I just threw that in there. I feel proud of myself. Thank you. My point is, we all have our challenges to face. And sometimes the biggest one of all can to keep your head above the water and have faith in others around you in this crazy world. And most importantly, faith in yourself. My advice, although I wonder about the sanity of OVCA for asking it, keep your wits and your wonder about you. Be kind and considerate to your own circumstances and that of others. Keep your mind and heart open. In doing so, you'll see just how amazing and enthralling the world can be. In taking the risk of holding your head above that water, you will find people with the same priorities as you. You will learn together, grow together, and even if it doesn't last forever, you will become better people from it. And something as simple as that can change the world. It sounds naive, I know, but it's more than possible. So take a leap, and you might just change the world. In the words of Alan Rickman, if only life could be a little more tender and art a little more sweet. This life is tender and sweet and yours for the taking. Thank you. I'm not done. While I have this moment on stage, I'd like to I'd like to thank two specific OVCA teachers who have made my experience here at the school fundamentally one of the best experiences in my life. And that are the two people that helped me write this speech, actually. And that would be my beloved Mr. Philip Prisbillo of the English 10, and Miss Katie Harris, my current British and World Literature teacher. If you guys could please stand up. You guys are my heroes. I would not be able to be standing up here with the accomplishments that I have without you guys. So thank you so much, and I will forever remember you. Thank you, everyone.
You did it. Thank you, Cheyenne. Next to the stage is our salutatorian, Elijah Eklund. Please welcome Elijah to the stage.
Well, I must be honest, mine's a little lackluster compared to hers, so. Well, hello there. I first off want to welcome you all to the graduation of class 2019. Thank you all for coming down. And as you are aware, we are here to celebrate a special day, a day that we've all have worked hard towards, a day that we've been seeking ever since the enrollment in any educational facility. So congratulations, that day has come. I've been given the honor of holding the title of salutatorian. Now, no one likes a long speech, even more so for me, considering it's a little nerve-wracking to be up here, to be giving the speech. So I'll keep it short and to the point. Everyone here should be proud. It takes a certain amount of self-discipline, responsibility, and the willingness to do work every single day to complete what we just completed. I'm sure everyone knows that brick and mortar schools are vastly different than online schools. Having the benefit of attending both a physical school and an online school, I can proudly say it takes a certain mindset to fulfill the requirements of an online school. I won't tell you how many times it was tempting to simply procrastinate. A nice warm bed beckoning me from a few feet away, a game that was a simple click from being played, a pet animal, specifically a dog, giving you a soft look in their eye, practically begging you to play with them. We all overcame some sort of trial, as it shows to those who are here today. You're not making this easy. Thank you so much for the support. Now, I'd like to leave off with some advice. As we either go off to college, the workforce, or whatever paths we may now follow, lead by example. Going forward, we are representing our very selves and what we stand for. Be someone that any person would look up towards. And for the cliche quote, I do Albert Einstein, as he once said, life is like a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you have to keep moving forward. So stay straight upon your path you choose and don't stop. Nothing is impossible as long as you think I can. So to wrap up things from my portion of the speech, I'd like to end on a note of gratitude. I want to thank the teachers, the staff, the board, the principal, everyone that helped make today possible. I want to extend a voice of thankfulness to you. Truly, we have so much to thank you for, because without you, our school year wouldn't have gone out so smoothly. I imagine it would be a lot more difficult for teachers, as they can talk with the students face to face. Yet somehow they managed, they pulled through, and it shows. Their perseverance helped us in all the hard times. Now, I want to thank all those who could attend, family, friends, loved ones. Thank you all for taking time out of your day to come to this special celebration. It means a lot to everyone for you all to come here. Finally, I selfishly saved the final thank you for my own family, specifically my parents. Without them, I most certainly wouldn't be here. Without their help, I probably wouldn't be standing up here. And without their dedication and support, I wouldn't be achieving the dreams I have. So Mom and Dad, thank you very much. And I don't mean to brag, but I personally think you guys did a great job. Thank you, and may God bless you, and may God bless us, and may God bless this school, and may God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, people. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have our Student Council President and NHS President, Deborah Abe. Can you make it to the stage, please? Let's welcome her.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the graduation of the class of 2019. Thank you to OVCA for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. My name is Deborah Abai, and I am the Student Council and National Honor Society President. I would like to start by congratulating the class of 2019, and I would like to commend the parents, learning coaches, and teachers who have helped us along the way. We've had the joy of being unique in that we are spread out all over the state, but still come together as one united OVCA community. I'm honored to meet everyone in person and celebrate this achievement with you. I first joined OVCA in 9th grade, and I have loved the community ever since. The fact that we learn in a digital environment yet still manage to make lasting friendships has been an amazing experience. I will never forget the wonderful teachers and classmates I've had along the way. I know that no one's experience was perfect, but we have overcome the challenges of high school together. We've persisted through the days of Blackboard crashes that disrupt live classes, grueling ACT testing, and meeting each other at outings. Well, okay, maybe we haven't had such a hard time, but each of us have put in our fair share of hard work and made the effort to be in class every week to make the most of our education. We've learned everything from chemistry to pre-cal and every class in between. And though it may seem like we've learned everything that there is to learn, we still have most of our lives ahead of us. As we move forward together, I'm excited to see what the future holds. We are all filled with potential and are setting out to see what we will do with what we've been given. There are a rainbow of possibilities, and I know that the sky's the limit to what we can accomplish. As we've learned during our high school experience together, whatever we put in is what we will get out. So I urge you all to put everything in whatever you're working towards. In conclusion, I've enjoyed attending class with all of you, and I'm really grateful for the time I've had at OVCA. Throughout the school year, we've mostly known each other from the names in chat every week, so if my name does seem familiar, come say hi and greet me after the ceremony. I hope you all have a wonderful summer and adventure as you move on to discover what's next in your lives. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, now's the time. We'll begin setting up for the presentation of diplomas. We'll have students come across the stage. We'll read their names and their accomplishments as we hand them their diploma covers. Let's get that process going. Parents, of course, we expect that you will rush near the stage and take photographs. You're welcome to do so. Keep in mind, we have a photographer here.
Up first, we have Miss Deborah Abai. She is planning on attending Oral Roberts University. She is from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and she will be studying pre-med. Up next, we have Mr. Hunter Bennett from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, who after graduating is attending Tulsa Community College at the Broken Arrow campus studying civil engineering. And again, we have Cheyenne Bird from Purcell, Oklahoma, who plans on pursuing a bachelor's degree in biology with a focus on biology, ecology, and conservation research. Okay, and we do have some graduates who were unable to join us today, and we will be reading their names as well. We also want to acknowledge Scarlett Altland, Chase Armstrong, Balin Averhoff, Nathaniel Bacon, and we've seen Hunter Bennett and Cheyenne Bird. Up next, we have Mr. Peyton Black from Tishmingo, Oklahoma. He will be attending Rose State College after graduation, studying criminology. We also have graduates who were unable to join us, Timothy Blanco and Tristan Blevins, along with Iyalis Brown and Hannah Bruce. And up next, walking across the stage, is Miss Dahlia Bryant from Edmond, Oklahoma. She will be continuing to study the language of Japanese, and in a couple of years plans on moving to Japan. Wait. Up next, we have Mr. Jonah Bullock, who is from Perry, Oklahoma, and he wants to take a moment to thank his mom and dad for being gracious enough to allow him to take a gap year after graduating. We also want to acknowledge Curtis Burdick. And up next, we have Mr. Cameron Burkholder from Cookson, Oklahoma, who is planning on joining the workforce to study retail and business in life. Next, we have Kara Burkholder, who is also from Cookson, Oklahoma, and she is planning on attending Northeastern State University and probably becoming a teacher. Okay, wait just 1 minute. Up next is Miss Kathy Bush, who is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She plans on attending Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas, and focusing on architecture. Up next is Mr. Andrew Campbell from Grove, Oklahoma. He is planning on attending Rogers State University and focusing on business administration and management. We also want to acknowledge Erica Carlson. And then up next, we have Anna. We have Anna East, yes we do, Carr. And she is going to be studying the performing arts at Oklahoma State University, the OKC campus. And she is from Oklahoma City. Next, we have Toby Carter from Coyle, Oklahoma. Toby plans on attending Northwestern Oklahoma State University in Alva, Oklahoma, and he is going to be an English major with a minor in creative writing and is part of the honors program there. Up next is Miss Autumn Kaywood from Locust Grove, Oklahoma. She is planning on going straight into a career as a professional singer. We also want to acknowledge Tyler Clark, Renee Clayton, Aspen Cooper, Ethan Colson, Benjamin Courtney, Emily Cowan, Jeffany Crombie. And we're also going to, as Ashley Chavez is walking across the stage, she is from Noble, Oklahoma, and she is going to become an ultrasound technician after graduation. Up next, we have Tyler Clark from Mustang, Oklahoma. He is planning on studying at UCO in Edmond. I think he has some fans in real estate development and business. We also have Mr. Benjamin Courtney from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he plans on going straight into the workforce and is going to work as a pilot. And next we have Miss Melody Crowley. She is from Yukon, Oklahoma, and she is going to be joining our armed forces, and she will be focusing on criminal justice. We also want to acknowledge Emily Cowan and Jeffrey Crombie. And up next, we have Miss Brinkley Davis from Moore, Oklahoma. She is going to be joining the workforce, but also plans on attending Moore Norman Technology Center and focusing on cosmetology. Next, we have Skylar Day. Skylar is from Ada, Oklahoma. She will be joining the workforce with an interest in art. We also want to acknowledge Nicholas DeRegan, who was not able to join us today. Up next, we have Miss Olivia Dills from Edmond, Oklahoma. She plans on She plans on attending Oklahoma State University and is going to focus on a major in allied health. Up next, we have Miss Vivian Dotson. Miss Vivian is from Mustang, Oklahoma, and she plans on pursuing a career in real estate and cosmetology.
You don't have to say that. Don't say that.
Up next, we have Mr. Kyle Drennan from Choctaw, Oklahoma, who is planning on studying at Rose State College and is going to focus his studies on computer science. And back by popular demand, we have Mr. Elijah Eklund from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. He is going to be continuing his education at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and focusing on chemical engineering. We also want to acknowledge Corbin Edgman, Layla Essery, and up next is Miss Akhtamal El Samad from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She plans on attending Oklahoma State University and is becoming a doctor of sonography. Up next, we have Miss Secoria Evans. Miss Secoria is from Detroit, Michigan originally, and she currently lives in Oklahoma City. She is going to be attending OCCC for an associate's degree in game design and digital media. We also want to acknowledge Cindy Ferris. And up next is Miss Caitlin Fetzko. She is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Oklahoma City University and studying mortuary science. Up next, we have Mr. John Fisk, and he is from Pecola, Oklahoma, and John is going to be working as an automotive technician. We also want to acknowledge Marie Fraley. And up next, we have Miss Kayla Franier from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Suffolk University and studying sociology. We also want to acknowledge Crystal Galindo. And up next, we have Mr. Kennedy Gallimore from Oklahoma City. Mr. Gallimore is going to be attending Oklahoma City Community College and focusing his studies on accounting. Up next, we have Callisti Geary from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. She plans on attending Northeastern State University and has not quite decided on a major. We also want to acknowledge Evelyn Garcia and Robert Gardner. Up next, we have Caleb Glandon from Granfield, Oklahoma. He plans on attending the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma with a focus on business administration accountant to become a CPA. Next is Miss Alexandria Glickoff from Midwest City, Oklahoma. She plans on taking the next year to travel the world. Up next, Miss Samantha Gossett from Norman, Oklahoma. She plans on attending Moore Norman Technology Center and then going to Oklahoma University to study nursing. We also want to acknowledge Sierra Goodman and Kayla Greenwalt, Cherokee Goody, Hunter Harden, and up next is Jamie Hawkins from Kanawha, Oklahoma. Mr. Hawkins plans on attending Gordon Cooper Technology Center and focusing on automotive mechanic and welding. We also want to acknowledge, up next is Miss Mackenzie Henderson from Ada, Oklahoma. Mackenzie is going to be joining the workforce. Up next is Mr. Matthew Hill, I'm so sorry, from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Matthew plans on attending Connors College and focusing on medicine. We also want to acknowledge James Hissaw, Joshua Holycross, and up next is Miss Brittany Hopkins from Cushing, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Central Tech and becoming a licensed practical nurse. Up next, Miss Molly Hoyt is from Norman, Oklahoma. She will be attending Canadian Valley Technology Center and focusing on early childhood education. Up next, we have Miss Peyton Hughes from Wetumpka, Oklahoma. She will be attending Gordon Cooper Technology Center as well as Seminole State College, and she will be studying to become a missionary. We also want to recognize Kyra Hoyt and Grace Huddleston, Peyton Hughes. And up next, we have Miss Audrey Hunt from Oklahoma City. She will be attending Northeastern State University and will be an English education major. Up next, we have Miss Aubrey Ibera from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Oklahoma City Community College, and she will be studying respiratory therapy. We also want to acknowledge Caleb Irvin, Robert Ivory, and up next we have Miss Chelsea Jackson from El Reno, Oklahoma. She will be attending Canadian Valley Technical College Center, and she will be studying cosmetology. We also want to acknowledge Wyatt Jackson, Keely Johns, and up next we have Miss Michelle Johnson from Midwest City, Oklahoma. She will be studying at the University of Tulsa in pre-med. We also want to acknowledge Jordan Jonkowski, Coleman Jordan, Jaden Kessler, and up next we have Miss Samantha Koch from Jinx, Oklahoma. She will be attending Oral Roberts University in Business Management. We also now have Miss Chloe Kokenauer from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Oklahoma State University, OKC, with a major in business and a minor in accounting. We now have Mr. Jordan Kohler from Del City, Oklahoma. He has an interest in computers and will be joining the workforce in that area. Up next, we have Caleb Kruger, who is originally from California. He is going to be joining the workforce and working in the automotive field. Up next, we have Miss Althea Lackey. She is from Stillwater, Oklahoma. This fall, she will begin studying interior design at Oklahoma State University. Next, we have Miss Caitlin Laubach from Norman, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Randall University with a focus on worship and music. Next, we have Miss Dorothy Lorenz from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. She will be attending Heartland Baptist College as a music education major. Next, we have Miss Elizabeth Lorenz from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. She will be attending Central Tech with a focus in automotive mechanics. Next, we have Miss Margaret Lorenz, who will be from Sapulpa, Oklahoma, who will be attending a university somewhere, and she will be focusing on psychology. We also want to recognize Stacy Leck, Jarvis Long, and next we have Miss Corinne Leach from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She will be attending Rose State College in pre-med. Next, we have Mr. Colby Mann from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He will be going directly into the workforce with a focus in the business career. Next, we have Miss Brianna Martin from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. She will be attending Tulsa Community College with a degree in nursing. We also want to acknowledge Brittany Martin, who was unable to join us. Up next, we have Mr. Iyad Maswade from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He will be attending Tulsa Community College with a focus on economics. Next, we have Ziad Maswade from Tulsa, Oklahoma, who will also be attending Tulsa Community College with a focus on electrical engineering. We also want to acknowledge Reagan McCormick. And up next, we have Evan McCulley. Evan will be attending the University of Oklahoma. He is from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, and he will be focusing on mechanical engineering. We also want to recognize Jasmine McCoy, Brooklyn McDonald, Brianna McIntosh, Gail McIntosh Poole, Timothy McWhirter, Peyton Meredith, Samantha Miller, Sarah Mitchell, Seth Mitchell, and up next we have the fabulous Kaylee Mesta from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She is going to the University of Central Oklahoma with a focus on psychology. We also want to recognize Charlie Mooneyham. And up next, we have Miss Robin Moore from Ardmore, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending Southern Technology Center and plans on joining the Air Force next year and studying in nursing. We also want to recognize Demond Morris Jr. And up next, we have Mr. Michael Newton from Pryor, Oklahoma. He will be attending Rogers State University with a focus on animation. Up next, we have Mr. Hunter Nielsen from Inola, Oklahoma. Hunter is going to attend Rogers State University in Claremore with a focus on computer technology. And up next, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Miss Michaela Orsini with her son Shane from Depew, Oklahoma. She plans on practicing pediatric medicine after high school. We also want to take a moment to recognize Skylar Knopps and Emily Odell. Up next, we have Courtney Owen from Edmond, Oklahoma. Courtney will be going to the Dean College in Franklin, Massachusetts, where she is going to study dance performance. Up next, we have Miss Elena Patterson and her wonderful daughter, Lyndon. They are from Hugo, Oklahoma, and Elena plans on joining the police academy to study to be a CLEAT certified police officer. Next, we have two fam from Mustang, Oklahoma. Two plans on attending Oklahoma Community OCCC and then OCU with business and management as her focus. We also want to acknowledge Sun Fan, who was unable to join us. And up next, we have Miss Deanna Phillips from Yukon, Oklahoma. Deanna is going to take a couple of years off, and then she plans on joining the Air Force. We also want to acknowledge Katie Pollard, Christine Porth, and up next we have Miss Jasmine Powers from Pryor, Oklahoma. She plans on going to the Paul Mitchell Academy where she will study beauty and cosmetology. Up next we have Miss Tiffany Reese from Keys, Oklahoma. She will be attending Northeastern State University and studying law and political science. We also want to take a moment to recognize Katie Pollard, Christine Porth, Sadie Prigmore, Ethan Raymond, and Noah Rush, David Scarlett, Richard Shackelford, Cassandra Charlo, Michael Sislow, and up next, we have Mr. Daniel Martis Rios from Tonkawa, Oklahoma, and he would like to go to OSU and study to be a mechanic. Up next, we have Ricky Rowley from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She plans on attending Clary Sage College, where she will be learning special effects makeup. We also have up next Miss Grace Smith from Coweta, Oklahoma. She plans on getting her certified nurse's aide license, and she plans on pursuing a career in the nursing field. Up next, we have Mr. Noah Smith from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and he will be a proud member of the United States Air Force upon graduation. Up next, we have Mr. Scott Smith from Edmond, Oklahoma. He will be attending UCO. He has already completed a course at Francis Tuttle and will continue his education focusing on electrical engineering. Up next, we have Mr. Zachary Smith from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He will be attending Oklahoma State University OKC campus with a focus on political science. Up next, we have Miss Hannah Sullivan from Anadarko, Oklahoma. She is going to be attending the University of Oklahoma with a focus on criminal justice. We also want to take a moment to acknowledge Ashtlin Solzano, Kathleen Stark, Sydney Stevens, Machias Stewart, and up next, the amazing Elena Sutton from Oklahoma City. She will be joining the workforce with the Disney Corporation as possibly at Disney World. Up next, we have Mr. Nicholas Tebow, who is from Moore, Oklahoma. He will be attending the University of Oklahoma with a focus on radiology. Next, we have Mr. Shane Terrell from Mustang, Oklahoma. He will be attending Canadian Valley Career Technology Center with a focus on computer information studies. We also want to take a moment to acknowledge Megan Thomas. And up next, we have Miss Kelsey Thornton from Skiatook, Oklahoma. She wants to take a moment to thank her mom and brothers, and she is looking at different places because she'd like to pursue a career in either veterinary science or the culinary arts. Next, we have Miss Kelsey Thresher from Oklahoma City. She is planning on continuing her education at Rose State and then going to the University of Central Oklahoma. And she has a lot of career aspirations, such as becoming a young adult author. She wants to pursue a career in English literature and a degree in business as her plan B. We also want to take a moment to recognize Sarah Threlkeld, Caitlin Toledo, Daniel Turner, Nayeli Vargas, Jasmine Vega, Corey Voss, and up next we have Mr. Miles Warren from Tonkawa, Oklahoma. He plans on pursuing his educational career at Northern Oklahoma College with nuclear engineering being the focus. Up next, we have Miss Kaylee West from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. She is going to continue her education at Tulsa Community College with a focus on physical therapy. We also want to take a moment to recognize Anna West, Cameron West, and up next, we have Miss Keely Williamson from Yukon, Oklahoma, who specifically wanted to thank her mom and dad for getting her here today. And she is going to attend the University of Oklahoma and focus on library sciences. Up next, we have Miss Kat Wiltz from Waurika, Oklahoma. And she will be attending a trade school for interior design, and she wants to pursue a career with interior design and business being the focus. We also want to take a moment to recognize Abby Willis, Alicia Wilson, Matthew Belsky, Alyssa Wynn, Cody Young, and Tessa Zadora. And this is your graduating class of 2019. And we do want to take just a moment. Miss Scotland Souders, who's a member of our student council, she has been a student usher today, and so we wanted to say thank you, Scotland, for that.
All right, we made it. Thank you for everyone's endurance and showing enthusiasm for all of our graduates. We're very proud of all of them. Now, it's the time that we will make this all official. I know everyone's excited. Traditionally, the turning of the tassels represents that transition from your high school life to the real world. It took a lot to get here. Many people helped you along the way. We've thanked everyone a lot, but we can't thank you enough. Thank you, families who've done so much to support these students. Thank you, faculty, with teachers, counselors, CFAs, all of our support staff, everyone in the office, everyone that we could mention. Together as a team, we helped make this happen, but really it all falls back on the students and their perseverance, the choices they made, and their grit that they showed to make it this far. So thank you. Okay, now, I will give our board president some honors in conferring graduation upon these students. First, we're going to have this class stand up again. Just a second. Please face the crowd, because ultimately graduation is about who came with you, right? Parents know what I'm talking about. So, Board President Hopper, upon recommendation of the faculty, I present to you for conferment the members of the class of 2019 who have completed the state and strict requirements. I'm still emotional, guys. I'm sorry. For graduation. Mr. Hopper.
As president of the OVCA board and by the virtue of the authority invested in me by the state of Oklahoma, I confer upon you the graduating class of 2019 with all the rights, benefits, privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations. You may now be seated.
Thank you. All right. I made it this long. I can make it to the rest. I want to leave everyone with a quote. And there are many quotes that we hear oft repeated at graduation. So I'm going to do something a little bit different and much more concise. In the words of the great Stan Lee, you know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said. So thank you, graduating class. If I can have you stand one more time, face the crowd one more time. We will now turn our tassels from the right to the left. And as my final act of high school principal, thank everyone again and wish our class of 2019 well. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you most of all, graduates. You made it.